Now, before we move on, let's have a quick look into a couple of additional useful methods in string. The first one is a split method. But before we look into split method, let me create a string 1, which is I am a sample string, new line, this is line 2, new line, and this is line 3. Okay, so let me first print it. So as you can see, this is one string, okay, with 3 lines. Now let's say we want to split it. So method will split the string, and by default it will split by space. So wherever we are finding a space, that particular sequence of character would become one element after the split. So let me do it. So what I'm doing is I'm saying a split string. I've created a new string which is a split form of string 1. And as we know, by default it will split by space. So ideally what we will get is we'll get list of these different words which are separated by space. So let me run it. So as you will see, I have received a list, and in this list each value is a word which was in the original string and separated by a space. Okay, now let's see if we want to split it by a specific element. So by default it is split by space. Say we want to split it by new line, so we have to just provide the argument which we want it to be split with. So this time we have left it blank, so the default was a space. Now we have provided new line. Okay, and then we are storing the result into split string again. So let's print it. So as you can see, this time it again returned a list, but this time the elements were not separated by space, but this first element is separated with this second element by new line. Correct? So this will really be helpful when you are working with sentences or when you are working with text and you want to split the data as per your need. Next, we have upper method. So as the name suggests, this converts all letters of a string to uppercase. So syntax is very simple. We will say string1 dot upper. So let's run it. So see, all the characters have been converted to uppercase. And just like uppercase, we have lowercase, which will convert all methods to lowercase. So we'll just use lowercase string is equal to uppercase string dot lower. So we had an uppercase string which had everything in upper. Now we are just using lower method on it. So let's run it to see the output. So as you can see, every character has been converted to its lowercase. Easy, right? Next we have capitalize method. This method converts only the first character. So when we have used upper, it has converted all the letters to uppercase. Capitalize will only convert the first character. So let's run it again to see the output. So you'll see first letter has been converted to uppercase. Okay. If you want, you can run it on uppercase string also to see what happens to the characters which are already in uppercase, right? So now what I'm doing here is rather than taking the normal string, I have taken a string with everything in uppercase, and then we will run the capitalize again. So as you can see, it converts the first character of a string to uppercase and all others to lower, all other to lowercase. Okay, and the last one is a replace function. So as we know, a string is immutable. That means if we want to access individual element and then change it, then throws an error, but we can always replace it. So for that we will use replace function. So we say we have a string message1 is equal to hi there, and then we want to replace hi with hello. So let's run this, and then we will print this message 2. So let's run this code. So we'll see message1 was hi there, and then message 2 we have replaced hi with hello. Now this was a very simple way of replacing the strings. There is lot more that we can do in string formatting. We are going to cover that in later section using character formatting, dot format, and f string methods. So with that, I hope this was pretty interesting and you will find it useful. Now there are a couple of quiz questions to see if you have understood it right. So let's cover them.